Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche, everybody on information land and the Ethernet, the internet, any way you want to call it, in the net. So first off, I apologize that I have not done a video in quite some time, but no better time than the present, right? So I had a busy year, so obviously I'm trying to get back onto the video scheme, so therefore I threw it out to my spiritual house, my Ile, and I asked my godchildren what topic would be something that they'd be interested in learning about, or something that I should throw out there for the rest of the world to hear. Obviously, I'm a big fan of knowledge is power, and with the responsibility of carrying knowledge, you have the responsibility of pushing it out. Okay. Their topic was Boveda. Now, Boveda is a very easy concept to understand, but there are some foundational things that need to be said in order for you to truly understand what a Boveda is. Okay? So, Boveda, by definition, I would tell you that a Boveda is a spiritual portal, right? It's a portal towards your spirits, your guides, your Egguns, okay? Even the Orishas are dabbling in this different plane, okay? And what we're trying to do is, with that Boveda, is we're trying to level that plane down to where we are. Or maybe the concept is we are trying to elevate ourselves to that plane within a spiritual ceremony in which the Boveda is the focal point. Why is the Boveda the focal point? It's not complex. It truly isn't. The Boveda opens up a gateway, okay? Because with the Boveda, you can do two things. You can actually do a full-on mass, right? Which we call a misa espiritual, right? A spiritual mass, okay? And with those spiritual masses, they come different variations of spiritual masses. Maybe you're trying to understand your cuadro espiritual, which we say that your cuadro is a mixture of the spirits and the guides, and you understanding who exactly is with you. We all have different spirit guides. We all have different Egguns and spirits with us. Our ancestral bloods are different. So with that said, Bovedas, again, link a lot of those chains together. Now, what is the importance? Why are we setting up a Boveda? What is the purpose? Well, Boveda, in essence, allows you to receive the messages, the revelations from those spirits, those guides, those orishas, through the means of that spiritual plane. Okay? Now, what do we do with those messages, and whether or not we take the advice given to us, that's a different story. But that is the purpose of the Boveda, to intune you. Okay? Now, I tell people all the time, no matter what, we are each created different, okay? We're created equal, yeah, flesh, bones, right? But we all have different spiritual attributes and abilities when it comes to a Boveda, okay? Some people have the ability of sight. Some have the ability to hear. Some have the ability to be mounted and speak the good word, okay? Now, again, Bovedas, very simplistic, but have some very complex things within the actual ceremonial part of the Boveda, okay? So again, the Boveda taps into your intuition, your spirit guides, your orishas, your Egguns, right? And it gives you that portal so you can receive the message and revelations, and then you act on it, okay? Now, Boveda is super simple. Here's something that I really truly want everyone to understand, and anyone who has heard my previous videos will understand where I'm coming from. Personally, what happens in my house and how we set up a Boveda, how we attend a ceremony, and how we actually get from point A to point B, C, D, and we work our way through a very structured and very traditional way of attending the Boveda and opening up a misa or a mass, can be different from another spiritual home, okay? And the reason for that is because we all speak the same language. Foundationally, we're all doing the same thing when it comes to a Boveda. However, how we get from A to Z may differ, but foundationally we're the same, and we're going to get to Z. So don't be so quick to say, wow, I saw it on a video this way, or I read it on the internet this way, or this spiritual house did it this way. Because all Iles may do things with slight variations. You will follow the advice of that elder. The reason why they're an elder and the reason why we follow that advice is because they've been around. They know what works. They've tried. Trial and error, right? No different than if you go to a doctor. A doctor spends 10 years trying to get his doctorate and so forth, and then finally they get it right, and they're doing prescriptions, and they figured out that, yeah, not everyone is exactly the same, right? We're all created equal, skin, blood, bones, but we're made different. Houses are made different. Okay, so just follow those elders. Okay, follow the advice that they have for you. Very important. Okay, so we understand the basis and the purpose of a Boveda. We understand why we have a Boveda. We understand that revelations and messages come out of a Boveda. Okay, now I want to kind of just hit on a primary thing about a Boveda. Okay, a Boveda has several functions, right? And the more advanced you get into a Boveda, you understand that you can put a Boveda in a mode of tranquility, meaning that your home, your spiritual self, your plane, you are moving at a very tranquil state. Life is good, basically. And then you will understand that we are not naive. Humans are humans. Negative thoughts are negative thoughts. Those things are going to happen, okay? You can also set your Boveda into a defensive state where you feel that maybe envy is something that's dragging you down. Okay? Maybe you need to put that defensive mode so you can get your spiritual guides, your Egguns, your spirits to kind of help protect you, okay? And kind of shield off some of that negativity that may come in your way. Now, there's going to be times where that negativity is going to weigh on you hard. And maybe you need to take a more reactionary step. When that comes, that reactionary step necessary is now you may be putting your Boveda into attack mode. Disclaimer. Attack mode is a very aggressive word, attack, right? An offensive mode maybe sounds a better. But if the baby's ugly, the baby's ugly. What I'm trying to tell you is, if someone throws rocks at you, right? Are you gonna throw back flowers? Are you gonna throw back cotton, something soft, pillows? No, they're throwing rocks at you. Putting your Boveda in an attack mode, or you doing anything in this faith of an attack, offensive type nature, is you returning back what they're throwing back at you. Yes, are there people out there that can really get down and dirty and become a little bit more aggressive, more of an attack mindset, and do things maybe above and beyond what maybe might be received to that person that's receiving that spiritual work? Yes. However, I am in a mindset that balance is important. Not everything involves, hey, I need this person out of my path, so therefore let's go do X, Y, and Z to this person. How about I do something to better your path, or remove that person from your path? That doesn't necessarily have to be so aggressive. But anyway, Bovedas, at the end of the day, can be put in attack mode. But methodology, okay? Methodology is important, especially when you talk about what spiritual home you're in and how does that spiritual home receive their Ocha, their spiritual power. How does that line continue? With that being said, water. Water is the concept of a Boveda. Water brings purification. It unlocks, it's the key. It unlocks that portal between the worlds that I told you, in order for us to come up to their level, or them come down to our level, so that we can communicate and receive those messages and those revelations. You're going to get things like candles and rum and cigars. You're going to have cologne fragrances of all sorts. You're going to have cacarilla, which is powdered eggshells that are compact. The list goes on and on and on, okay? Just remember, every house is different. You will follow the instructions of those homes. You will chant, you will dance, you will sing. Those also unlock that portal, your faith, your heart, and where that goes. That will also be one of the keys of ensuring that you receive those messages and revelations. That being said, that's a little bit of my methodology on a Boveda. okay? I can talk all day on a Boveda, all right? In my house, I use my wife as my kind of my subject matter expert when it comes to Boveda use. Okay, she's a santera or orisha. You know, it means the same but different term for who wants to use what dialect. But I use her as the subject matter expert to teach the godchildren on how Boveda is set up, how Boveda is attended, and so forth. But with that being said, I spoke about the generalization of a Boveda, right? Didn't go into detail with a Boveda. But if you're interested in setting one up, find a good ile, find a good godfather, find a good godmother. Enter this faith step by step by step. Even babies had to crawl before they can walk, before they can run. And in this faith, it's the same thing. Okay, Rome wasn't built in a days. There's phrases all day that you can say. So, that being said, Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche, many blessings to anybody who sees this. And please feel free to share. Again, knowledge is power. Responsibility of having that knowledge is passing it on. Till next time.